Baseball night in America. Post-game show. The Dodgers take out their frustrations on the Brewers, who had beaten them 9 straight in the regular season. Not anymore. That streak is over. L.A. wins big tonight. Good to see you. D-Train, Dontrell Willis is here, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So a couple things for the Dodgers, who obviously swept the Brewers when it counted in the playoffs last year. But, you know, they kind of exercised all their demons here tonight. Teoscar Hernandez, 6 RBIs, that ties a career high. And then Roki Sasaki. It looked like he was going to get boat raced early in this game, and then he kind of hung in there and gave him a good start.
You know, mental toughness is what I'm starting to see from the young man in mound presence. He gives up 3 runs in the first inning. The Brew crew is rocking and rolling. The fans are on their feet. The command is not there. All of a sudden, he gets out of it and he stabilizes their team and allows his offense to be able to chip away. He started to find feel of that split finger to slow their offense down and retired his last 10 batters. That shows me mental toughness and conviction in throwing the baseball. It was huge, and it allowed Teo and company, especially that monster day, 6 RBIs, a big 3-run home run, a nice little bat toss as well. This is the Dodger offense that you know and love, and if you allow them to get into the ball game and not play from behind so much, could be the outcome.
Yeah, but they trailed 3-0 after 1. They were only 2-13 this year when they were down 3 or more. So a little comeback, little offense. And as we mentioned, Teoscar Hernandez, 6 RBI night. He's with our Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Kevin. Teo, 3-run homer. You tied your career high with 6 RBIs. But let's start with Roki Sasaki. Allowed 3 runs in the first, and that was it. He retired his last 10 hitters. How impressed were you by the way he recovered?
I mean, the biggest thing is like giving those 3 runs and then focus and getting back, attacking the hitters, and then hitting the strike zones, getting ahead in the count. You know, he's been great in the last 3 starts. I think he's still learning, still getting the confidence back, and I think we're gonna see the Sasaki that they used to see in Japan.
Your 3-run homer in the 4th. You hit an 0-2 pitch. Gasser went sweeper, changeup, then he came back with a sweeper. What were you thinking there?
I mean, something on the plate. I mean, I was not trying to hit a homer, especially not a bad 0-2 count. We're just trying to short your swing, trying to put the ball in play. I just react good to that one.
Dave Roberts dropped you in the order. You hit 7th today. You've hit 8th quite a bit lately. Teo, how did you react to that? Did it help you at all?
I mean, it's baseball. I talked to Dave. I always told him that anywhere he wanted me to play or hit in the lineup, I'm going to be 100% trying to do my best and just trying to do my job. And that is to help the team win. So it doesn't matter for me. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever it is. I'm going to go there with the same focus and just trying to do my job.
Well, it was a great day today, Teoscar. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Ken, appreciate it. Teoscar, one of the good guys, and a big outing for him, too. You can tell just the joy in there. No matter where he hits, he's delivering.
Yeah, I heard Gomes saying that they don't want to chase their tail, right? You want to make sure you're continue on the 6-man rotation, guys like Ohtani and Yamamoto and Roki, keeping that intact. Oh, we went 19 minutes into the show without mentioning Shohei Ohtani, so I think that was a record.
That's a record.
But,
definitely a record.
Is that the new record, Jerry? But might as well switch gears there. Once Shohei gets brought up, okay, the rest of the show can be about the guy. But 5 innings, goes scoreless. Strikeouts weren't what they have been. I mean, you did see him in some traffic. He loaded the bases late, and then he gets Tatis to ground out of that 6-4-3 to end that inning. It was emotion. He was pumped, but Jerry, what did you see from Shohei in his last start?
I saw the stuff was there. The command just wasn't there. He kind of labored a little bit, started in that 3rd inning, labored in that 5th inning. I know he threw 88 pitches, but I'm sure for Shohei's body, it may have felt like 110 pitches. I love, and I said it in past shows, I love Shohei Ohtani when he shows emotion, especially as a pitcher. We really get a chance to see him. His personality as a pitcher, because he has the ball in his hands. He's in total control and total command. In that 5th inning, just a brilliant pitch. Understanding Tatis wants to be aggressive early in the count. He does not want to get to 2 strikes, and he's hoping he gets a fastball. And if he does get that slider, it's probably a give-me-over slider for a strike, and I can hammer it at least for a sacrifice fly or get it up in the air. This pitch looked like a fastball and darted out of the zone. just out about 6 inches off, and it allowed Tatis to go out and reach. Anytime a player goes out and reaches, he either hits it weakly or hits it on the ground. He rolls over to Mookie Betts, who did an incredible job planting his feet and firing a strike to Kim, getting out of inning 6-4, 3 double play. That was a picture-perfect pitch from Shohei Ohtani at the right time to the right hitter at that time. And they had to turn it quickly because Tatis Jr. gets down the line. So for Shohei Ohtani not having his best command, for him to get out of that inning and for him to pitch 5 innings with no runs allowed is absolutely brilliant. That just goes to show the competitor he has. A lot like Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw didn't have his stuff all the time, but when he didn't, he made sure he gave his team a chance to win, and he battled and found a way to get out of innings. So that was one of the most impressive things for Shohei Ohtani, not having the best command, but not surrendering 1 run in those 5 innings. Oh, by the way, he led off the game with a home run too.
Yeah, broke his own record, right? Leading off a game with a home run, the very first pitch. Gotta love that. Give yourself some run support. The team that scores first wins like 70+% of the time, so you'll love that. There was a lot of discussion about this whole, should he sit? Should he play at the same time? And there was Dave Roberts talking about the benefits of it. And then Shohei Ohtani, Fabian, I believe, said that he feels okay to do it. He still leads the team with 214 plate appearances. Is this, in your eyes, Fabian, like an overblown storyline as far as the Ohtani hitting and pitching and the rest and just this whole conversation around it?
Whether it's overblown or not doesn't really matter. I think it's one of those things that it's going to be a storyline every week. Dave Roberts kind of said, like, this is a decision that's week to week, whether he's going to be in the lineup when he pitches. This can be an ongoing thing basically until the stretch run of the season, because they want to manage him for that sprint of September, October, and understand that, like, that's not going to be much of a discussion in September and October. He's going to be doing both. But in the meantime, like, how do you best preserve him? How do you best kind of manage him? Do you let him run when he's kind of really swinging the bat well, which he started to? And maybe when he's not swinging the bat as well, maybe that dictates if he's in the lineup or not that day, just to maybe give him a rest or maybe some more time, bandwidth, just kind of work on the swing. So it's going to continue to be a thing. It is. And it's one of those things that I think Dave Roberts kind of made his peace with that. Like, it's going to be a thing. And that Ohtani, like, has said the right things. I'm sure he's not happy about, like, I'm not going to, like, put words in his mouth. I'm sure you would rather do both in terms of hitting and pitching the same day. But he's also saying all the right things. I don't think it's necessarily a thing that he's, like, mad at the Dodgers or anything like that. But I think it's one of those things where when you get your chances to do both, I'm sure there's part of him that really wants to go out there and prove it. Like, and he kind of definitely did that on Wednesday, where he didn't have his best stuff on the mound, still went put up 5 scoreless. Still has an ERA of .73, led off the game with a homer. The swing is in a better place. The at-bats, even later on in the game, obviously didn't get another hit, but, like, the at-bat quality was still good later on in the game. The at-bat quality has been really good for basically a week now. So I think it's going to continue to be a storyline, but it's also one of those things where the Dodgers are playing games in May with October in mind. That's always been the kind of the case, and there's an adjustment there. I don't think Ohtani's had to adjust that in his first 2 years with the Dodgers, because in 24 he was just hitting. In 25 he wasn't even. I think we're coming up on almost a year now of him making his first start, and even that was like you're slowly building up. He wasn't doing full-fledged starts until September, when this wasn't even a debate.
Yeah, and Jerry, players want to play. How difficult or challenging this is for Dave Roberts and the organization to do the sensible thing, and by keeping their eyes on October and maybe having him not in the lineup on days he pitches occasionally, or kind of having one of those spa days the day off after. I mean, how challenging this is?
It is challenging because you got to make sure that you keep Shohei Ohtani fresh. Remember, it's not just this season. You got to remember, this is the 3rd straight season this Dodger team is going to try to win a championship. They're trying to three-peat. That's not only physically challenging, it's mentally taxing as well. And I think manager Dave Roberts told the media about a month ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago, where he thought Shohei Ohtani was hitting the wall. Usually everyday players hit the wall sometime in July or August. And I think, Shohei Ohtani, because obviously that long season we had last year, that 7-game World Series, he had a quick turnaround to get his arm ready and get his body ready for the WBC. So that was a quick turnaround, and I think he kind of hit that wall a little early. So it's up to the Dodgers to continue to communicate with Shohei Ohtani on understanding, hey, we're going to have to do this a couple more times at least, maybe 1 or 2 times in July, certainly in August, they're going to have to do this to make sure you stay fresh mentally, stay fresh physically, because come September, late September, and into October, he's going to be doing both. So I love the fact that they've already kind of set the precedent that they were able to do this, and Shohei has not fought them on that. So they've already done this a couple times. I think they're going to do it a couple more times down the stretch to make sure he's rested, or as rested he can be, by doing both.
Yeah, it's definitely, and the bat has picked up. There's no doubt about that. And we know what he looks like when he's right. He's back to being that unicorn. But you look at the Cy Young. I mean, you've talked about this all year. I mean, 49 innings, 50 games played, still one shy. Christopher Sanchez, Paul Skeens, Jacob Mizorowski, they're continuing to have really, really good seasons. Fabian, do you think that, I mean, that's something they're kind of monitoring as the season progresses, just the Cy Young, where he's at? I mean, maybe looking at that race, if other guys pull away, do they kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit, or do you think that they're just going to kind of go full bore and give him the best opportunity to go chase that award?
I think they're going to give him the best chance to do this. I think Dave Roberts has kind of gone out and said it, I think, a month ago. Like, this guy's not going to miss a start on the mound. They're not. Like, he's not going to miss a start barring injury. They're not going to skip him for a start. Basically, if you're going to take something off his plate, it's going to be hitting. And I think some of it, especially right now, like, has to do with what you have. Like, obviously Dalton Rushing has cooled off at the plate a little bit, but like they have options that they could throw into the DH spot for a day. In terms of turns to the rotation, like, no, like, we got into that earlier with the acquisition of Eric Lauer. Like, they don't have the pitching depth that they did on paper. So almost they kind of need him as a starter at this point more than they need him in the lineup, which is saying something, because like his bat was more important to the Dodgers his first 2 seasons as a Dodger. So I don't think they're going to necessarily pull the pitching off his plate anytime soon. And even if some of those guys separate, like, I think there's still part of Ohtani that wants to show like he can go a full wire-to-wire season as a starter and show just how dominant he can be when he's doing that part of his game.
And I think, Jerry, too, it's not like he's just pursuing this award. He really enjoys pitching. I mean, you see the emotion, you see the fiery competitor out there. I think that he's loving life back on the mound for a full season.
Yeah, he is. And he's been our best pitcher, guys. He has not only been our best pitcher, he's been the best pitcher in the National League. So you got to make sure that he is ready to roll when his turn in the rotation comes up. So I love the fact that he's chasing this. It gives him something to hunt. And we know when Shohei Ohtani is hunting something, it brings the very best out of him, and it helps the Dodgers. So I'm all for it, making sure that each and every time he gets an opportunity to start, he's out there doing his thing. He's entertaining. I love his start day, and he has been lights out. And like I said earlier, he may not have had his best stuff against San Diego, but he found a way to give us 5 strong innings of no runs allowed. And each and every time he's taken the mound, guys, we should have won that game. I know he's lost one, but I think the one start he gave up 2 runs in 6 or 7 innings pitched. Should have won that game. The offense just wasn't there. So love the fact that he's going for this award.